back in the Jetta, and I ordered a new shifter, but this thing it's terrible quality. Like, this is super thin, it's not even real leather, and this is just like a cheap little piece of plastic, and the knob is way smaller than the stock one. Yeah, it's just not great. So I went ahead and fixed this one. Look how nice the leather looks now. I cleaned it, and this is real leather, and the knob is actually decent size, unlike that one. And I fixed it on here, so it's definitely not coming off. And now I'm just gonna clip it back into place here. Sweet. That'll work just fine then. Parts came in from Euro Parts, the little coolant Y I needed, and intake shifter rod. Let's get started. Let's start by doing the coolant pipe, and then I'll get some before and after for the intake manifold shifter valve. I think that's what it's called. Anyways, let's see, where should I start? I think step one would be removing the intake so I can get down in there. Spicy. See if I can get this off without breaking anything. That would be very nice. Well, scratch that idea. That isn't going to come off anytime soon. Well, I don't like that. How am I supposed to get this off without it snapping back at me? Snapping turtle. There we go. Oh, well, could have done that in the first place. Except now, now that's stuck. Okay, yeah, there we go. Bend this out of the way. Yeah, throttle body's looking a little nasty. Move this down here so that's out of the way. There we go. Pretty much got it. Except the clamps are on kind of upside down. That is annoying. And this. How am I supposed to get that off? Interesting. Just found something round to put it on. I don't know how that's gonna work. I have an idea though. Really? Just have to get it enough to be able to turn it to the top so I can get it off with those. Except this is gonna leak like crazy. It already is. Get my pan. Got my pan. Right there, I guess. Ooh, in the right mind at the factory decided to do this. Seriously. There we go. Now it's at a reachable point. Also, I should probably see if there's any pressure. Nope. Shouldn't be. I only started it to move it in here. Pull this hose out. You probably cannot see what I'm doing, but I'll demonstrate when I'm done. Jiminy Christmas! Hey. Let's see if there's a waterfall. Well, not too bad, actually. Definitely missed the pan a bit. Here we go. Let me show you what I did here. This pipe is attached to this, but the clamp is way down there, just like this one. It's not on the top, so I had to get these to try and get it out, which I did when I got it enough that I could use the actual clamp pliers on it. And now I just got to do this side. This side was already broken off, so that's done. And here is the coolant hose. Let's move on to the other side. Not those, I don't want those. Yeesh. Trying to make me mad like the other ones? Okay, now let's see if I can reach these suckers in here. Got it. There we go. I'll let that clamp loose. Broke my back. Here's the piece. So as you can see, where this screw is, that's where the piece snapped off. And this part goes into the engine. This goes to a tube. I actually don't know where that goes. Somewhere. So let me get the new one. Here's the new one. Part number if you need it. And here's the new piece. Let's compare them. Yep. Exactly the same. I gotta take this clamp off of here. Perfect. Now let's get this sucker installed. Oh yeah, that's hot. That doesn't feel great at all. I need some light. I can barely see. Much better. Okay. Continue doing this. No clampage. Okay, I got it. A little bit of a struggle there for a second. Now I'm going to leave that clamp where it's actually accessible in case somebody else has to do this. Take my plug out in a minute. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. Now for this one. There we go, all done. That'll be nice. See it down in there? Right here. Here's the old piece for reference. Just like that. So now I need to drain the coolant and then get more coolant. Fill it up, let it run a little. I'll do the before on the intake shifting rod and then the after in the video installing. While this is off, I might as well change the air filter while I'm at it. Oop, wrong size. There we go. Eee, nasty. Gross. That's dirty on the wrong side. And this glue is yellow. Definitely time for a replacement. And I'm gonna vacuum that out with shop vac while I'm at it. Here's the inside of the air box before I vacuum it. And here's after I vacuumed it. No, maybe I'll wipe it out too. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, now let me get the new filter. Alright, got the brand spanking new air filter. Drop this sucker in here. What's this weird little flappy thing around all the edges? Oh, it slips in there. That's cool. I like that. Guess it's like an extra gasket. This back on here. This little tube is so annoying for the air injection. Oh, I almost forgot the clamp. That would be an issue. What I did is just put it on the old mass airflow sensor to get it off those pliers. Hey, this is a tough sucker. That angle can't reach because of the mass airflow sensor. So lame. I gotta get a normal screwdriver. Hopefully this one fits. Oh yeah. Like a glove. It's nice and snug. That's low. Now that's in, nice and snug. Everything looks like it's connected. Yep. Now, I guess I'll get to draining that coolant. I checked the coolant and there's still some in the reservoir, so it's good to run it and show you the before and after. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get that intake shifter valve done right now while the hood's open and everything, instead of doing all the coolant. So I need to do a full flush with hose water and everything, just to make sure everything's out of there so it's fresh and clean on the inside. Went to AutoZone and got coolant for the Jetta. Now I gotta wait for it to cool down since I just drove it up on here. Also, look at this sticker my dad put on here. It's pronounced high performance. I'm gonna leave that on there because the engine cover covers it. You can see where the cover goes. So if somebody else takes it off, they'll see it. It'll be pretty funny. Here's how I'm gonna flush the cooling system before I put the new coolant in it. I have a bucket full of tap water right here, and I made sure it's clean so there's nothing in it. And the little electric water pump's running since I just drove it up here. And while that's running, I'm gonna drain it. There's a little thing under there to drain it. And as it's draining, I'll be pouring that in it so it circulates through the whole system. And then once it's empty, I'll unplug the battery so that stops. And then we'll have a fresh, clean system to put the new coolant in. I have to be quick about this too. I can feel it hitting my feet coming out of the bottom of the radiator. Whoops. Well, I got a little carried away there. That drain on the radiator is really nice because like on the Chevys, like the trucks, it's this tiny little thing you turn like to the left once and it barely dribbles out. This one, it's like a full stream. Look at this. That's awesome. Looks like it's clean now, so there's the old coolant, there's the water coming out. Sweet. That's nice. Now I need to get a wrench so I can shut that battery off. Towel fell into the coolant box. Just kidding, it's not even going anymore, so I'm not going to bother disconnecting that because it'll get rid of all the time I have on there and everything and the miles. So yeah, keep that off. Still a bunch coming out. Oh, as I said that, it starts to piddle out. It splashed that tire over there. I'll wait till that empties completely. Yeah, there we go. It's pretty much empty. Look how dirty this is. We'll be cleaning that up big time. Spray it off. Get scrubbing bubbles maybe. I've heard those work good. Also, look how shiny this paint is, and it's dirty too. Go to this side. Look how dirty it is. I don't want to touch it though. But yeah, it's nasty dirty. I'm so annoyed about the top though. Interesting. I'm going to start by pouring one of the bottles in there because it's concentrated and you do have to do half and half. This takes like 2.5 gallons. So I'm just going to pour the one in and then I'll pour a whole gallon of distilled water in there after it. And apparently these are really hard systems to bleed, so that'll be fun. Might have to start it. But I want to make sure that there's at least some in the system before I start it because you're not supposed to run these water pumps without water. What I'm doing down here is squeezing the lower radiator hose. Sounds like it's going down. I'll come back with the distilled water. It is now hours later, but I have distilled water. So, time to keep filling. Try not to spill. Boop. Should take the whole thing. It's me squeezing on the hose. Let me turn on that pump again. I'm gonna start it, see if it sucks some more down. Oh yeah. Sucking right down. I just turned on the heater. I might need to back it off the ramp so it's level. It could be air bubbles up at the front. Went ahead and picked up some spray 9, finally found it, and I used it on the intake, and I'm using it on the headliner to get stains out from the previous mechanic that worked on it. Touched the headliner, like why? But right now I'm going to show you that I used it on the intake and what a difference it made. This is before, all nasty and grimy, and this is after. Look at that. And if I used it some more, I could probably get this black line out of there. But that's pretty heavily on there. That's like, that's not coming off. But yeah, spray 9. And I'm not sponsored, but if they do want to sponsor me, I'll take it. Use it in all my videos. But yeah, so far I'm impressed. I really like it, and I will continue to be using it. Sorry guys, I forgot to make another outro, but thank you so much for watching. This should be episode 9 of the Jetta series, 8 or 9, and this was filmed before I went to get emissions, so I accidentally posted these past couple videos out of order, but that's okay, there's nothing real important in them. But thank you so much for the support, and if you could, please share my videos so they get out there more. I'm only getting very few views. But yeah, thanks, have a nice day. So, stay tuned for the detailing video. I will show the whole engine cleaned up in that video as well, and you won't believe the after shots. It looks amazing.